The Prison Amendment Act amends the Prison Act so that a prisoner serving more than 12 months for an offence on specified sexual offences will have to serve at least 3/4 of their sentence before becoming eligible for parole. Presenting the bill, Justice Minister Nigel Feetham said it was a firm but measured response. It introduces restrictions on cautions when anyone over 18 admits to an offence. A caution will only be available in exceptional circumstances and with the consent of the Director of Public Prosecutions. Bail after conviction would only be available when there's no real prospect of jail time or where exceptional circumstances exist. Putting one's affairs in order would not fall under extraordinary circumstances. The Act also raises the statutory ceiling for sentences from 5 to 7 years. Nigel Feetham said the amendment is targeted at child abuse and sexual offences, including the possession or distribution of indecent images of children. Saying the opposition would support the bill, his opposition counterpart Joelle Ladislaus said it was an issue that transcends party politics. She advocated a further measure for Gibraltar to introduce its own sentencing guidelines. In response, the Justice Minister says he'd written to the Chief Justice requesting a review of sentencing guidelines in certain areas, as this is his statutory power under applicable law. Other bills debated today included the Supreme Court Amendment Act, which widens who can carry out reserved legal activities. The Legal Services Act aims to extend the provision of legal services provided by people employed by the government to include any statutory authority, any wholly owned government company or corporation, and the Gibraltar Savings Bank. The Transport Amendment Act allows for the introduction of a third registered owner for taxi road service licences. Licences would be revoked if this is not adhered to. And a fourth bill amending the Crimes Act adds transgender identity to victims of hate crimes. It includes the stirring up of hatred against transgender people. The Act, however, defines hatred offences so as not to suppress free speech. Supporting the bill, introduced by Equality Minister Christian Santos, opposition member Atrish Sanchez said MPs had a responsibility as legislators to support all vulnerable communities. All these bills were passed unanimously.